Hi everybody, I would like to just introduce you very briefly to this new capability that we have in World Classroom. This should simplify importing different resources, especially key performance indicators and PSE items into your classes. So I just am going to demonstrate this for you really quick. So at the beginning of the summer term, I am going to push out all of our key performance indicator assignments. So that includes the Counseling 50/50 Grow Your Own Human assignment, the Counseling 5200 theory paper, the group proposal manual, and all the other major assignments in each of those classes that have a key performance indicator assigned to them, as well as the PSE. So this way you can bypass having to go to Canvas Commons if you'd rather not do that. So I will show you what it looks like on your end once you get a new assignment sent to you from either me or from one of the other full-time faculty. So again, I'm going to be sending these out to all the full-time faculty, and they in turn will send those out to part-time or adjunct instructors that might need certain assignments for their classes. So first of all, you'll go to World Classroom, to your Canvas class, so worldclassroom.webster.edu. And then over here on the side of your screen, on the left-hand side of your screen, it will say Account, and it may have your picture if you've gone ahead and made a profile picture, or it may just have sort of a blank icon there. But where it says Account, look over there on the upper left. And if you see a number there, like I have the number 1. And when I click on that, that will show that I have shared content available to me. And so I went ahead and asked the Faculty Development Center to share just sort of a test item, just a practice thing with me that isn't really a real assignment. So that's what this is. So I click on shared content, and it says received content. And it says example assignment for Molly Direct Share, because I requested that they do this for me. And it says who it's from, like what it is. It's an assignment, who it's from, what time it was received. And then over here, actions, it gives me a choice of different things I can do with it. So I can preview it just to see what on earth this thing is. Or if I already know that it's from a trustworthy source, like I do in this case, I could just go straight to import. Or if I know that it's something that I do not want, if I use some other kind of assignment and I don't want this one for myself, then I would click remove, but I'm not going to do that. First, maybe I'll preview this. I doubt there's going to be much of anything here because, yeah, it says for demonstration only. So I'll close out of that preview, but I will go ahead and import it, and it will ask me which course I want to import it to. So I might say, the counseling admin and faculty, just so that way we can see. Select a mod, so I can choose the course that it goes to, or I could put it, it's also select a module within that course. So if I already know that I want it to go into week 5, or if I want it to go into week 9, I can do that. So I'm going to go content available for import into Canvas pages. And at the top, so again, that also lets me specify if I want it very first thing, or if I want it somewhere in the middle, like before or after a certain assignment, or at the very bottom. I'll just stay with at the top and then click import. So now I'll go over to that course just to make sure it's gone there. It may take a few minutes for all I know, but I'm going to look for our counseling admin and faculty class. And it's going to go, okay, this is where it's going to be, but again, it takes a couple of minutes, so it's okay that it's taking just a little while. But it will eventually show up there. And so again, if I just click, so if I forgot, like if I didn't do that the right way the first time, if I just previewed it and then didn't import it yet, I might go back to this where it says account, and then go back to shared content. It doesn't show anything new there because I already opened that thing up. But if I go there, it will still show that I have this new assignment available to me. So I can, if I didn't import it last time, I could this time. I'll just go back to that class again just to see if it's done. Again, I'm not sure how long it takes to do these things, but it really shouldn't take that long. But with all of these, we have done some tests on it, and it shows that our outcomes rubrics work like this. So our PSE rubric will you know, export from here to you, and you'll be able to import it along with, you know, the whole PSE prompt for you. So you don't need to do anything extra there. Okay, here it is. Example assignment for Molly Direct Share. So it's showing up there. If you're a student in that class, it will show up. I'm going to go ahead and publish it, even though there's nothing to publish. And see, for the demonstration, they did use my human growth and development rubric. It's an outcomes rubric. So these are the things that we're looking for. I often like to, let's see, oh, I don't have, yeah. I like to remove points from the rubric just because these points really, as I've said before, these points don't correspond to an actual score for grading purposes. These are just rubric items like a Likert scale. Are students exceeding criteria, which I almost never use. I only use exceeds criteria if they are just so above and beyond, like already practically doctoral level or close enough to it. Meets criteria consistently is basically what I'm wanting from my students. I want them to do well. I'm hoping that they're going to be doing a good job. Meets criteria minimally or inconsistently, I give that a lot more than maybe some people might. It's something that I give when there's definitely room for improvement. It's not bad. It's not a negative thing. It doesn't mean that they're doing something wrong. It just means there's room for improvement, that they're, you know, meeting some criteria, but not always consistent, that they have some room for growth. And then does not meet, where there's definitely some problems there. And then finally, the no opportunity to observe. So these are, you know, the items that we might have on an outcomes rubric. And once you click through these, so again, I'll show you in the gradebook what this looks like now. So again, you've imported this assignment to your class. Go to the gradebook. And it works just like all the other key performance indicators. So I'm going to go over to see where I can find that example assignment. That's mine. So I'll go to SpeedGrader. And I know I've demonstrated on her before. I'm going to see if there's anybody else I might demonstrate on Courtney. So again, I'm going to pull this out. And I'm going to say exceeds, 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 because I believe that Courtney does very well on all of these things. And then I would hit save. I don't think well, yeah, I don't want those results contaminating my real results for assessment purposes. But you would hit save after you do this, just like you always have with your key performance indicator assignments. So this is, you know, pretty slick. I'm really glad that we have this now, so that you don't have to go hunting or looking like, is this the thing that I want, or is this other thing that I'm looking for my class? So again, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be sending out the PSE to all full-time faculty, and then anybody who has adjunct faculty at their site, like in the case of Dr. Smith at Columbia, she would then push it out to anybody who is teaching at Columbia, or Dr. LeCubbard in Charleston, or anybody else at any of the extended sites. If you have people reporting at your site who are not full-time and you are full-time, then you'll get all of these assignments, whether you use them or not. So maybe you never ever teach group, but I'm going to send you the group assignment anyway, the group manual proposal, so that you can send it on to whoever's teaching group for you that term. Same thing with all of the others. So everybody will have access to every key performance indicator, and then any full-time faculty member who has adjunct faculty at their campus who needs these, you can just push these out to them. And I'll show you how to do that now. So let's take, I'm going to take the PSE actually, just because that is, you know, more relevant. So professional skills evaluation. Okay, and these are the instructions. Again, make sure that you're filling out the narrative in the Student Success Portal, the Starfish portal, under the developmental narrative for counseling students. So then that way we can all see how our students are doing. So if I have a student, most of my students are in Charleston, and so they're taking classes on ground there, and I teach them online, and I might be able to see, if I'm looking up my advisees, I can see how they're doing on the PSE in the Student Success Portal and the Starfish portal. So this has the Canvas Outcomes rubric attached to it, the PSE rubric. So I want to send to. So if I want to send this to somebody, I'm going to send it to Stacy Henning. And I can send it to lots of other people too, but I'm just going to test it out by sending it to her. And there it says content share started successfully. So now she should soon have this number 1 next to her name. And same thing with everyone else. So once you have these, you can push these out to other people that you know need them. Similarly, I can copy this to myself to another class. So if I want to use the PSE in my counseling theories class, I don't know if I want to confuse my students by putting it there because they're in, oh, that's my 2019, so that's fine. That's not going to confuse anybody. Maybe I'll just put that in welcome because it's not really, we're not using it for this purpose. But again, you can copy this to yourself. So copy to means you're just sending it to yourself from this class to another class. Whereas share is if you're sending it to another person. So pretty soon we should hopefully see this show up in my 2019 Fall 2 theories section. So we'll give that a look in just a bit. But again, just a reminder, if you are going to, copy it to yourself, if you want to use this same assignment for future reference in another class, if you're teaching internship right now and then you're also teaching internship next term, just select copy to so you can send it to yourself to that same, the internship class next term. If you're sending it to a different person, then you use send to. So copy is to yourself, send to is to another person. So again, maybe I'll send this to, I think I've already sent it to Hemla and Muthoni. I may have sent it to Hasmik already. Maybe I'll send it to Alexandria. And so then she should also have that number 1 showing up pretty soon. So wait, no, so now I'm going to try to find my counseling theories 2019, fall 2019, see if that worked. Again, it might take a little while. So let's see here, 5,200, oops. Okay, there it is, fall 2 2019. We'll see if it showed up under welcome. Let's see, or actually I'll just go to modules. And there it is, professional skills evaluation. There it is. So I hope this was helpful to you guys, and please let me know if you have any questions. I think that is about it for now, but I hope you are staying safe and well.